Hello and welcome to my One Life Let's Play Dark Souls. Now what the general parameters of this will actually be going on is I'm going to be playing a particular, I'm going to be building into a particular PvP class, and I have to stick to those parameters, except for three stats. Three stats I can max out. Now what's going to be happening is I'm going to be choosing a faith build here, and the build path I'm going for involves a early guild that I can join, which gives me the lightning spear. And what that'll do is actually make it a lot easier on me for the earlier build, or for the earlier bosses. They won't be too challenging, but it'll hinder me late game for sure. I am going to try to stick to a lighter weapon. I'm just going to try to get that early procs, or those enchant procs, all that stuff. But, you know, we'll see how far we can go with it. If we get a rare strength drop early on, there's nothing that'll be holding me back from actually attaining the stats required to actually use that weapon. And just full all-outing that. But yeah, we'll see how well this one plays out. And yeah. Please get yourself a drink, get comfortable, and we'll settle in for it.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone skills. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath, the Scales, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
it's such a beautiful intro. I don't know. There's a lot of transparency to it. Like, how do I put it? A lot of people, they'll say, like, oh, you know, it's fake. Why would you ever care about that? But I don't know. You can always put
indeed.
what you've seen there onto something in
dark
real life.
side
So I don't
behind
really
the
believe
undead.
anything is too fake, if that makes any sense. Literally, what's happening
And in
right
this
now
land,
is fake. But you can take the aspects of it, put it into
the
something.
undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world.
See, I don't know how I'd feel if I was in their position. I'm not sure if I'd be like guy in cell A, B, or C. I'd probably be like this guy, just be like in the corner.
Is your fate.
Yeah, that'd probably be me. My favorite part is that this guy just comes along and it's like he just wants to stir up shit or something. We're probably sitting in his dumping ground and he just happened to run into this. Ugh. Always scares me a little. Nah, he's looking out for us. Okay, just gonna run through the tutorial. Yeah, no, the type of build path that I'll be going for is definitely just a nice early game skip from the Faith build. And then hopefully we'll be able to do alright later on. Weapon buffs and whatnot in this game are still absolutely broken. I love them. Or sorry, very strong. I shouldn't say broken. Of course, there's no sense of resting at the bonfire. If you watch other Dark Souls speedrunners, there's a couple infamous ones. I don't know why I rested there. But not a lot of them do actually one life playthroughs. They do a lot of challenge runs, which is of course respectable, but I don't know. I like to imagine the game actually being on the 7th playthrough. Of course, not just maxing his stats. That would ruin the whole experience, but you need to actually challenge yourself a little. Respect the build path. This is actually the 3rd time that I've recorded this so far. Hopefully this one will not corrupt. Oh god, they're so slow. But yeah, you know, I want to know where you guys are from, man. You guys gotta messages down in the comments section. I want to know where the viewer base is from. I want to know if I got some EU friends out there. Oh, there we go. There is actually a early item you can get from this guy, but you need to actually, what's it called? You need to kill him with fire bombs, or basic attack the living hell out of him. It's good for a pure strength build early on, but that's about it. Something to possibly think about doing later on. One of those lame challenge runs. This is the first humanity of the game. Alright. I won't be turning human quite yet. I will actually be, what's it called? I'll be waiting until I get 20 stacks of humanity. Just for the max loot rate.
'Only In the ancient legends, it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
This whole airdrop thing is awesome. Caw. Now that we're out of the tutorial, be sure to start doing some stuff. Okay. Run. Yep. The fire bombs are actually a good, nice little skip button. This guy's just gonna pay us to fuck off really quick. Let's see. This one does bleed, so I think I want to equip that. Not gonna take those. I never use that item. Can't wait to see where this playthrough takes me. It's actually been a bit since I kind of did a full run, but it'll be interesting. Oh, jeez. Quick attack. There's always random elements in this game. It almost never gets old. One of them fell off the cliff. You know, when I first started playing this game, actually, I started going over there. And that was just generally how I did it. And it was so difficult, I never thought it'd be that difficult. Turns out that I chose the hardest path, and you know what, I didn't see this big, obvious mountain to climb. I don't know what was wrong with me, but... Let's see. Don't need a shield. This tough guy with all of his armor. Have you seen what I did there? I actually used the iframes to keep myself from taking damage there. Damage right there. No one's perfect. I have to accept that at some point. Ooh, there's some early luck. Not really. Okay. Our goal here is actually not to use this, so we're just switch right off. We're going to be doing a full run to the boss, so no stopping, chill. You don't kill that rat quickly. It's really known to actually turn around and kill people. It's probably one of the most lethal and scary things early on, I think. Yeah, with no poise, you'll just get stun locked. It's horrible. Uh-oh. There's the crazy lunge. Oh, and the flurry, dude. What is this? Dude! This guy's a Street Fighter master. There's all the combos. Oh, Not bad. No, it's pretty bad. Should be able to get our faith to 25, the requirement for the guild, just after the first month. And once we get that, we should be able to go to gargoyles soon after. Depending on what drops, of course, these early game drops pick up everything. We're just going to be farming humanity, actually, instead of going right to the gargoyles. What that means is that we're going to be trying to get that max 20 stack humanity to get the maximum drop. And then once we get that, then we're going to go back and do all the Black Knights, because at that point, we'll have the highest rate to get one of those ones. That is, of course, a big goal. Oh goodness, I used to have a actual obituary full of all the people that died on my playthrough. And I think I had around 80 characters. It was disgusting. It wasn't disgusting with the quantity. Like, I'm a nerd, I can't help it. But pretty much, the majority of the deaths were like from petty things like, oh, a double drop, wow. Or petty things from like falling off the cliff or something. I could have prevented most of them. I still can't believe that I didn't. The reason why we're switching to this mace is because it has a higher base damage, even though it doesn't have a proc. Procs don't necessarily mean everything, dependent on the character you are fighting. I am playing on a controller. That is a curious mind at work. Let's see. I am really looking forward to the Four Kings. Absolutely. Full aggression early on here. Shouldn't stop the block. No sense wasting anyone's time. It is a cheesy build, and I will be cheesing all of these bosses, so you know you can get excited for that. But yeah, unfortunately, playing on one life, you need to abuse everything at your disposal. The PvP build, if you're curious about what I'll be doing, will be in the description below. Should it go right on that? I'm actually just probably going to get the 25 faith to start. Oh, God. Sorry, I was indecisive. I wasn't sure if I wanted to aggro at first. But yeah, the 25 faith will just help me early on, but depending, I should get an early game drop if I get 20 faith stack. It's really hard not to. And then depending on that, I'll just build around it. A Black Knight's sword for the first playthrough, that alone will carry you through everything. 100%. I like to call it. I like to call this whole type of playthrough an SAO style playthrough, because again, it's one life or you're dead. there's no safing here. So, you know, maybe I'll get it next time. Just gonna get the third on him there. Should be able to. That's an aggressive attack. All right. Should be able to just black firebomb him now. That was aggressive. Alright. I'll block him with my mini mace. Yep. Come on. I am missing a lot of these. Oh, jumped into that. Wait, so let me get this straight. He jumped back to jump forward. Okay, just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing any. Can still take quite a few. I'm alive! Oh my god, please, 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 please. I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank. I'm just talking about late game and all that. I almost died to the first boss. I'm sorry. The stun combos in Dark Souls are always relevant. You can't forget about them. I was being ignorant there. That was my bad. That was my bad. And we didn't get the rare drop. Okay. If we would have gotten his actual club there, we would have went full strength. 100%. Regardless of what build I'm going to go, though, I am going to max Faith. Just for the weapon buff. But yeah, we'll decide that later. Right now it's just health and weapon buff, and those two are for sure. Now we're just going to queue the dragon. Run away. Notice how it doesn't crash your game because we're not on consoles. We're not running at 30 frames. I don't know why people ever kill this guy. Like, to be honest, if you're ever solo running, this guy is almost a must. Unless, of course, you're God tier or whatever and mastered all the bosses. Whenever you get to Pikachu and Snorlax, you need his help. You absolutely need his help. If you do not have his help, you are going to have the toughest time ever. Not only are people known to die on that boss, but people are known to die with 3 people. So, yeah. His help is much needed to quickly burst down one of them. Preferably the small one. Okay, what we're going to be doing here is we're just going to be farming a couple levels down this ladder here. Okay. Now what this is going to help us do is get that quick early 25 faith. And then we're just going to need one more attunement slot for the other spell. So that'll just take a couple of runs really quick. Yeah, no, it is a warm Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday morning actually. Yes, I actually have an average sleeping schedule. I know it's really weird for people of our breed, us gamers. But what's it called? Yeah, no, it's actually a warm winter day over here in Canada, Alberta. Who would have thought? It's not like, you know, we're renowned for our winters or anything. To be honest, everyone around here, they're so happy about all these things. Like, you know, oh, you know, we have the nicest weather. I hope winter never comes back. And then I just think to myself, I'm like, isn't that like a key part to us being Canadians? Like, that is part of us. I don't know why they'd ever not want that. Anyways, I'm actually risking here. So your vitality should be 12. With your base armor, you should be able to survive 1 fire strike. If your RNG is bad, you will actually die here. I'm gonna be dumb and risk it, because why not? He's been nice to me the last couple times, and he's nice to me again. Who would have thought? That's actually amazing. Okay. That should be able to cut some time off. I'm gonna try to break his tail right here. Oh. I hit it! Yo, it re-aggroed him! What? That was the first time I've ever hit that tail! I'm sorry. Oh, is it under here? Did it slip inside the building? I'm sorry, I've never seen it disappear like that. Well, we broke the game already, so that's a good sign. Let's hope it doesn't reappear behind us at some point. I think that'd be absolutely ridiculous. Oh god. It's a ghost dragon, it's fine, it's But one of the best weapons, moving on, one of the best weapons for PvP, everything, is the Claymore, actually, right there. That's why it's so nice to get early on. I could do a build around that, and I probably will, but we'll see what drops we get, as I said many, many times. There's a chance up here in this tower on this Black Knight to get a actual, what's it called? Two-handed weapon, that's what it is. Two-handed Black Knight greatsword. That's always fun. Cool part about all the Black Knight weapons is that they all have unique special attacks, which are usually channel attacks, which you need to commit to 100%. And if you ever don't, then you're just gonna die. But the payout is really huge. It's always nice. It's always a very welcome thing to get those early on. Damage is pretty nice, actually. My left analog is a little buggy. With my luck, I'm actually going to have a controller break halfway through this playthrough. I wouldn't be surprised. Since I've already gotten so lucky with the video recording software that I'm using. Oh yeah, we forgot to attune that. I'm really bad. Okay, well, we're gonna do something really dumb. I should, like, if you're ever doing a playthrough, never do this. This is, if you got the most powerful spell for early game, don't, you know, fight the boar like this. Don't do that, okay? Just don't. It's a good tip. Pretty sure he's positioning himself so that I can't do the drop down, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Yeah. I'm gonna run. You know what? We haven't fought this guy legitimately in a very long time. Let's try it. And make it interesting. There you go. Get your anger out. He's not that hard, really. I'm not surprised that it one-shots him. Okay. So all that means about us not having the lightning spell is that we are going to have to stop at blacksmiths, just on the other corner here. And then, yeah, we'll just equip it there, and then we'll go back and kill a few guys. Sucks that we had to use the Estus early on, but I'm not risking there. Not in a boss fight with 1 HP. The fact that I survived that was just... I could get no drops this playthrough, and I would still be the happiest person alive. Let's just hope that we haven't used up all of our boss luck quite yet. Yeah, no, it's very important to use iframes, especially in Dark Souls 1, to dodge attacks. No matter what you are fighting, it can be a boss, bosses. That's a rare drop that I didn't want. Actually, you know what? That can be upgraded into a really powerful sword. I forget which one, and I don't know why anyone would ever want to upgrade a broken straight sword, but it is an option. Okay. Okay, I just remembered that I should have not aggroed him at all. Gonna have to force strength here, unfortunately. Hope that does something to him. This guy's a lot more health because he's in backstab. There we go. I don't know why I'm dealing so much damage. Must be the mace. If you're curious why I'm equipping this, it's because it has 100% physical block, which is crucial in a lot of aspects. The majority of damage in this game is physical, so it's very noteworthy. Come on, I know you want to. There we go. What up, pal? I'll trade that all day, buddy. I don't mind at all. There you go. Balder Knights are especially good for Tent Knight farming, early on, later on, every time. Also their armor, if you do actually get lucky early on here, you can get a very nice early plate, which is always nice. Welcome. Basement key. Okay. I'm actually going to double check that I got streak. Yep, there we go. It's important because we need to kill Lautrec. Lautrec early on is a must. I would take other routes, but seriously, he is like required here. Oh, that was bad of me. See, I normally just zap these guys with lightning. I'm not equipped to fight them. Usually zap them with lightning. Not all the time. Smell that guy. In the corner. You gotta be a little careful with these guys, especially if you're dumb and don't level your HP to 12 in the beginning like me. Because they can one-shot parry you. Now that I just reminded myself, I'm be sure to do that on the next one. Hi, buddy. You're nice. Not really. I kicked the living shit out of him. There's actually a stance in real life that a lot of sword practitioners use. It's called the Berserker stance. And it was if you believed that you had more strength than the opposer, or just had a lot of strength in general. And your stance, you would pretty much just wear it over your shoulder, like they do with a lot of two-handeds in this game. And then it would leave you more open, but you wouldn't care because you were a strong guy. I messed up to use iframes there, that was my bad. You can still die in these early parts. A lot of people disregard it. A lot of people. Jesus. I shouldn't have healed there, to be honest. It's one archer. I'm being a bitch. Do we want to fight the big guy without spells? No, not really. Alright. Go rest. That. Okay, this is gonna mark the end for now. Be sure to check us out in the next episode. Next episode, I should be going on to one of the two routes here. Just some nice quick progression, always. The intros are always interesting. I'll be sure to have a path set up and ready for the next one, and yeah, I hope you tune in next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back really shortly.